Welcome back to On the Rise as Tajon Buchanan has completed a very highly anticipated transfer as he leaves the Serie A and Inter Milan behind for the time being and heads off to La Liga and joining the side in Villareal, a side who's been playing terrifically all season long and fighting at the very top of the table for European places. But not just fighting at the top of the table, but doing it in a very exciting way, playing great football, scoring goals, and playing a system and a formation that should suit Tajon Buchanan to an absolute T. And this is a transfer that should be very exciting for Tajon Buchanan, and I absolutely love the fit. But the bigger question around this transfer is how he will fit into the squad. Yes, the formation and the system does suit Tajon Buchanan perfectly, in my opinion, but the players ahead of him that they already have make this very tricky for Tajon Buchanan. So the bigger question is, does he start? Will he be a role player? And how this transfer will end up for Tajon Buchanan. We're going to break it all down, guys. The transfer details as well as the club fit for Tajon Buchanan. But before we do, guys, drop down below into the comments. Let me know your thoughts on Tajon Buchanan heading off to La Liga and joining Villareal, as well as smash the like if you enjoy this video, as well as if you like the transfer of Tajon to Villareal. It also helps with the video as well as the channel. And make sure to smash that sub button, guys. And let's continue to move to 600 subscribers. But let's jump straight into it. Tajon Buchanan to Villareal wasn't first broken by Fabrizio Romano, the guy who tracked it the whole time. It wasn't broke by Damasio, the Italian god of football, transfer news, but it was broken by the Canadian himself in the TSN outlet in Matthew Shinetti, as Matthew Shinetti was first on the scene breaking the news of it being a done deal, as Tajon Buchanan does join Villareal on a season-long loan deal, which sees him with Villareal until the end of the season. But that comes with a €1 million loan fee from Villareal. But the exciting part about this deal is that Tajon Buchanan also has a €13 million buy option added onto this loan deal. So Villareal really like what they see from Tajon Buchanan at the end of this deal. They might just trigger that buy option. And I have a very good hunch that they will trigger that buy option at the end of the year, and I really would love them to, because this is a great fit for Tajon Buchanan. €13 million for Tajon Buchanan, a player who is 25 years old, who has shown some flashes throughout his career, especially at Club Brugge. Inter Milan, it's happened at very few and far between times. He's gone through a horrible injury, but in my opinion, Inter Milan did not play a formation that suits Tajon Buchanan. For me, Tajon Buchanan is an out-and-out right midfielder. Gets the best out of his assets, his traits, and his player profile. And what you get from Jesse Marsch playing Tajon Buchanan in that 4-4-2 when he has played, when he's been fit and healthy, has been very exciting. It's got the best out of Tajon Buchanan. And if you're wondering why I'm talking about the 4-4-2 so much, it is because that is Villareal's formation. That is what they play. That is their system, a 4-4-2, a bog standard 4-4-2, and they've been doing terrifically well with it all season. But when you look at Villareal, their best player in that 4-4-2 is Alex Baena, their left midfielder, who's been having a terrific season, 5 goals, 5 assists. But when you look at the other side of the pitch, it's a player who has come through their academy. It's Yeremy Pino. Yeremy Pino has had a poor season so far for Villareal in the league play, only having 1 goal, 3 assists in 13 starts and 18 matches. But this is also a 22-year-old Spaniard who has come through their academy. But one thing that is very exciting from this, Tajon Buchanan comes in and it is a new option, is a new player, can bring them something else on that right midfield side. And what Yeremy Pino brings is that electric dribbling ability and chance creation, and that is what Tajon Buchanan brings as well. So that is why this formation is going to be very exciting for Tajon Buchanan. He's played with it with Jesse Marsch, so in some sense he's used to the 4-4-2. It'll make sense. He's going to be ready for a 4-4-2 with Villareal. That is another reason why I love this. The formation, the style, the system, tactically, this makes a lot of sense for Tajon Buchanan, because when I look at Tajon Buchanan, you see an electric, fast, and very good player on the ball with great ability with the dribble, but also needs to improve in the final third, needs to improve his goal-scoring ability, in my opinion, and also has to worry a bit less about his defensive attributes and his defensive tracking back, which in the Inter Milan system, I think he had to worry about that a bit too much when he has to get ahead of Denzel Dumfries and other players like that. But I think 4-4-2 really suits Tajon Buchanan. It gets the best out of his attributes, gets the best out of who he is as a player. And going to Villareal, I think there's a real chance he could break into the starting lineup. And I think he will get bought at the end of the season. Yes, that might be a bold claim, but Yeremy Pino, yes, he might be playing poor at the moment, but for PSR reasons, for money reasons, Yeremy Pino is an academy player. He is very young. He has been wanted from bigger clubs for time. And yes, right now the rumors might not be hot for Jeremy Pino, but if he plays well towards the end of the season, he's 22, he's a young player. They could flip him and then sign Tajon Buchanan on a cut price. It just makes sense business-wise for Villareal as well, and that's just how clubs are really doing their business now. And Tajon Buchanan for 13 million euros is a fantastic price. And the fact that he fits the system so well, this is very exciting. This is one of those transfers where you look at a player and you know he needs a move, you know he needs a transfer. But the fact he's turned down teams like Ipswich Town and other sides in Serie A to make this move to Villareal, you can tell Tajon Buchanan sees that system-wise this makes sense, formation-wise this makes sense, club-wise this makes sense. They're competitive, they're fighting, they want to win, they're a big club. It makes sense all around for Tajon Buchanan, and it's a great move for the 25-year-old Canadian winger. And this could be a move that really electrifies Tajon Buchanan's career, because for me, when you're looking, like I said, we're going to talk about his squad and where he's going to be into this lineup. I really do see if there's an option for him to work his way into this team as a starter. Yes, you can argue the point that Yeremy Pino is a 22-year-old Spanish winger from the academy at Villareal, but he's had a poor season. So bringing in a new fresh face, a new option, yes, that could kickstart Yeremy Pino to say, I got more competition, I need to play better, but Tajon Buchanan might just also see a new scenery, a new club, a system that suits him more, and play to his level and play even better for Villareal. I really do think Tajon Buchanan is going to join Villareal and immediately find himself on the bench. But I'm not going to say he's going to be on the bench like he was at Inter Milan, where he didn't get minutes, didn't get game time. I think Tajon Buchanan goes to Villareal. I think he gets onto the bench. I think he gets opportunities off the bench consistently, whether it's 30, 40 minutes, whether it's 20 minutes. I think he's going to consistently get game time early on. And I think once he proved himself, maybe scores a goal, gets an assist, whatever, then he gets a chance to starting lineup. Because with how poor Yeremy Pino has played this year, there's a real opportunity for Tajon Buchanan at Villareal, and it makes sense for him to make this move. And I absolutely love it in every perspective of the way. Villareal are doing great at reviving players' careers. You look at their club right now, bringing in players like Jose Perez and Nicolas Pepe. Jose Perez is having a terrific season with Villareal, scoring goals for fun, playing very well as a Leicester and Newcastle reject, went to Real Betis, played decent, and now has revived his career at Villareal. Maybe we can see Tajon Buchanan do the exact same. Yes, he's not with Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, or Barcelona, but he is still with one of the biggest clubs in one of the top 5 leagues and playing in a side that's more than likely going to be in European football next year. So for me, I hope this move goes terrifically well for Tajon Buchanan. I think it makes so much sense on every single level. I think the system, the formation is going to suit him so much more than it was at Inter Milan, and there's more of a pathway into the first team at Villareal than there was at Inter Milan. Denzel Dumfries and Tajon Buchanan, or Yeremy Pino and Tajon Buchanan, you can see where the outlet and where the option is for him to start, and it's a very exciting and it's a great opportunity for Tajon Buchanan to revive his footballing career as he completes a loan move until the end of the season for 1 million euros with a 13 million euro buy option, which is of course broken from Matthew Shinetti, the now Canadian god of transfers, which is very exciting to see that we have a Canadian reporter following this team so diligently, and it's very exciting to see. But Tajon Buchanan moves to Villareal in a move that I think is absolutely perfect. And come to this, at the end of the season, where we review the transfers of the year, this is going to be one of the better transfers in Canaminti 2025. Guys, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure to drop that like. Let me know your thoughts on the video, on the channel, as well as Tajon Buchanan heading off to Villareal. Smash that like button, drop a sub, guys, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.